Hi students, in this video class today I have brought a very nice problem based on rolling. Okay, in last video if you see, we found a technique of how to find radius of curvature of a body which is moving in a curved path, and we saw that when something goes round it will not only have tangential acceleration but also centripetal acceleration. Okay, and tangential acceleration will be present if the speed increases or decreases, but centripetal acceleration will always be there if it is moving in a circle or part of a circle. Okay, so today the question is something like this. A cylinder is there. Okay, this is one side of the cylinder from cross section view. So a cylinder rolls without slipping over a horizontal plane. So this is a horizontal plane, and first thing they told is it rolls without slipping. So rolls without slipping. Then you know the condition, right? So for rolling without slipping, condition is velocity of center of mass should be radius of the cylinder into angular velocity. So this is the condition for rolling without slipping. They are asking you to find the curvature radius, find the curvature radii. Means they are asking you to calculate radius of curvature of trajectories made by points A and B. So radius of curvature of points A and B. So you may be thinking, Array, why this A will go in this circle, B will go in this circle, and radius will be R itself. This is R in the question. No, because this is not just rotating. It is not rotation where the center is fixed. Here it is rotating with respect to center of mass, plus the center of mass is translating. So center of mass is moving like this, and it is also rotating. If you sit here, then you will see pure rotation. But from ground frame, if I see, from ground if I see, I will see this center of mass is translating also. So there will be two motions for any point here. Okay, one will be rotation about center of mass plus translation of center of mass. So before we continue this, before we solve this problem, we need to first talk about how to find acceleration of any point in rolling motion. Okay, so but again, before acceleration, let us find velocity of any point during rolling motion. So let us take this body. Okay, so what they will give you is center is moving with velocity vcm, radius is r, and it may be rolling without slipping or whatever may be the situation. Okay, so suppose I want velocity of any point. Let me choose this point A. Now velocity of any point A will be velocity of point A with respect to center of mass plus velocity of center of mass. Let me just see. Okay, so this is what we know from relative velocity concept, right? So velocity of any point A, I have taken this point, you can choose other point also. So this is the formula. Now this is with respect to what? Center of mass. If you sit in the center of mass, then every point is going in a circle, because with respect to center of mass, the whole thing is performing pure rotation. So the magnitude of this will be always r omega, because it is performing circular motion. And in circular motion, if you sit at the center, then every point will have a linear velocity r omega. Okay, so this is always r omega. And direction will be where? Direction will be along tangent. Along, but again, when I say along tangent, it is along tangent to the circle from the center of mass frame. So let me just write right now like this. Okay. Now for this point, where will be this vector? It will be here. So this will be your BAC. Okay, and velocity of center of mass is also here. So since this and this are in same direction, how will you write VA bar? Since they are in same direction, I can add the magnitude. What is the magnitude of this? R omega. What is the magnitude of this vector? VC. Okay, so this is the velocity of point A in the body. Similarly, if I choose this point B, okay, then this will become B. You have to write down, okay, otherwise I'm changing the symbols quickly. This is B, this will be B. And velocity of point B with respect to center of mass. See, every point will go round, so it will be r omega only. But direction of this will be this side. So this is BBC. So you have to now add this vector with this vector, right? So they are in what direction? Opposite direction. So this can be more than this also, this can be less than this also. So let us assume right now this is more. Then how will you write? Opposite vectors, how do you add? If these two are opposite, how do you add? You have to actually subtract. So it will be Vc minus this magnitude, which is r omega. So this is how we find velocity. Again, if you take this point, let us say D, and here you have to write D, here you have to write D. And where will be this? It will be this way, right? Because these velocities are velocity of any point with respect to center of mass. And with respect to center of mass, all the particles will move in circle. If you sit here, then this velocity you will not be able to see, right? Vc will not be present if you sit here itself. If your car is moving and I sit in the frame of the car, then for me the car is at rest. Other things will be moving, but car is at rest, no? So if this is at rest, all the other points will move in circle because this is a rigid body. So this distance cannot change, this distance cannot change. So therefore, every point should go in circle. So if you look at this point, now where is VDC? Magnitude will be r omega only for this point. Understood or not? But now you have to add this vector, this is VDC, this vector with this vector. Now VDC is here, VDC is here, this VC is there. So resultant will be here. So resultant velocity of point D as seen from ground frame will be actually somewhere here. Right? And what will be the magnitude of that velocity? Magnitude of that velocity will be root over. Now these two vectors are perpendicular. Right? VC is here, no? This point VC is this side. So you have to add this VC with this VDC. So VD will be root over magnitude of this r omega square plus VC square. Okay. Now let me take about some random point here, P, which is at a distance r and angle theta. Okay. So then I have to now write, I want velocity of this point P. So if I want velocity of this point P, what will I do? Same technique, velocity of P with respect to center of mass. Now if you sit here, because you want velocity of P with respect to center of mass, so you have to sit here. If you sit here, every particle will go round. So this will go like this. So this velocity will be tangential, so it will be like this. Right? So this will be your VPC. Okay, let me rub the diagram and show you more clearly. So let us take about any generic point. Okay, so this was your circle or your cylinder or sphere or whatever it is, and I took this point P. This is R. Now this is always tangent to this radius. Sorry, perpendicular to this radius. Okay, because if you sit in center of mass frame, this particle will go round like this. So velocity, this velocity will be always here. To that velocity, you have to add this velocity. VC is here, no? VC was this side, right? Now this angle, which angle was theta? I don't remember. Okay, so let's say this angle is theta. What this angle doesn't matter. So this is perpendicular to this. This is perpendicular to this. So this angle will be also theta. If they give this is theta, then write here 90 minus theta. No problem. Okay. Now, what is the magnitude of this? R, small r omega. The magnitude of this is Vc, small r. Okay, because this point is at a distance small r. When I took these points in the circumference, that time your small r is the radius. So now to find Vp, what I should do? Root over this magnitude square plus this magnitude square plus twice of r omega Vc cos of theta. This angle. Okay. Now in pure rolling, if they say, so if there is no slipping, if they say, then wherever is Vc, you can write capital R omega. Okay, only capital R. So this Vc you can write capital R omega, not small r omega. Okay, be careful. Okay, so we have understood how to find velocity of any point. Now be careful about the next topic, which is acceleration. So acceleration, if I want of any point during rolling, so this is my body. Okay, so let me take this point first for the start. This is center, this is B. Now acceleration of any, like this point A, will be acceleration of this point A with respect to center plus acceleration of center of mass. Acceleration of center of mass. Now center of mass is just going straight, so it will be directly, you can write dvc by dt. So that is not a big problem. And if vc is constant, then ac will be 0. Okay, so that this ac will get on. So in that case, acceleration of this point will be acceleration of this point with respect to center of mass. Now in center of mass frame, you know everything will go round, and when things go round, there will be two components of acceleration. One is tangential acceleration and one is centripetal acceleration. So if you calculate this, there will be tangential acceleration and there will be centripetal acceleration. So let me call this A1, let me call this A2. So this itself is made up of two parts now. A1, let me write A2, no problem, A2. And let me write this as AR, or yeah, AR, the radial acceleration. Then you have to add with this acceleration of center of mass, if velocity of center of mass is also changing. So there will be three accelerations. Again, I am telling you, this acceleration is whose acceleration? Acceleration of any particle from center of mass frame. But in center of mass frame, you know everything is going round. Understood or not? So you have to add this tangential acceleration and centripetal acceleration. Now here, if velocity is v, this will be v square by r. Which v you have to use? V of this is v with respect to center of mass. Okay, with respect to center of mass, because only in center of mass of frame it is going round, and this will be dv by dt, which you can also write r alpha, because v you can write r omega, v you can write r omega, right? Okay, fine. So you have to add like this, you have to add this acceleration with this acceleration and this acceleration. Okay students, fine. So if you have understood this, let us ask now, let us take again the round object. Okay, so let me ask, what is the acceleration of this point? Okay, so AC is not 0, alpha is not 0. AC is dvc by dt, alpha is d omega by dt. So I am saying vc and omega both are allowed to change. So this center of mass is, velocity is increasing, decreasing, whatever it is. Okay, and d omega, omega is also, angular speed is also increasing or decreasing, let us assume. So I'm taking a very general case, okay. So now to find acceleration of this point, see, let me write the formula. Acceleration of point A will be acceleration of point A with respect to center of mass plus acceleration of center of mass. Understood or not? Okay. Now where will be this vector? This vector is AC is dvc by dt and vc is in this direction. So let us say vc is increasing. So if vc is increasing, okay, let me write here. Vc is increasing. Then acceleration of center of mass will be in the direction of Vc. So if this has Vc velocity, acceleration of center of mass, this Ac will be this side. Right? Now this will have two acceleration I told. One is tangential and one is radial. Radial will be v squared by r, where v is velocity of A with respect to center of mass, not the net velocity. Okay, so whatever velocity this point has with respect to center of mass, so that v, and that v is what? Omega square omega into r. So I can simply write omega square r, because if you sit in the center of mass, then every particle moves in circle, and v is your r omega, and here this is the circumference, so I can write capital R, and this will be your r. Okay, so then I can write omega square r, and where will be this? Here, omega square r will be towards the center. Then we have to add this at. At is what? R alpha, and that will be always tangent to the circle which this person here sitting will see, and this person will see it going in this circle. So there will be one more acceleration, R alpha. So you can see the net acceleration will be now, you can, these two are in the same direction, so AC plus R alpha, and here omega square r. Okay, so your net acceleration of A will be root of this square plus this square. Okay, now in some cases they may say pure rolling. So in pure rolling, what will happen? AC will be R alpha. So in case of R alpha, you can put AC. Okay, and AC is not centripetal acceleration. Okay, AC is acceleration of center of mass. So you have to be careful with the symbols. So now, knowing all these things, similarly, if you talk about this point, B point, what will be the acceleration? AC will be here, with here only. AC will be here. Where will be your R alpha? This R alpha is your this AT, right? Now tangential acceleration. If you sit here, this particle will go in this circle. So R alpha will be here, and omega square R will be here. Right? So you have to subtract these two, then add with this. So that way, every particle will have basically three components of acceleration. So this is this plus this plus this plus this is the acceleration of A with respect to center of mass. This plus this. Then whatever answer comes, you have to add with acceleration of center of mass. Then you will get acceleration of this point in this case. Okay. Now the question that was given in the beginning, which I was telling, that was very simple, because there the cylinder was moving with uniform velocity and uniform angular velocity. Okay, so center of mass. So the question was, this point is moving with constant v. So Vc is given as v, which is constant. Okay, that means your AC will be directly 0, and omega is also constant. So tangential acceleration was, if you remember, r into alpha, but omega is constant, means alpha is 0, so this is also 0. That means acceleration of any particle will be simply the radial acceleration, and radial acceleration is how much? Omega square radius. Give me that r right now. Okay, so this is the situation in the question that is given, because your Vc is constant, omega is constant. Okay, now this is point A or B. Let me just check quickly. This is A, this is O. So this is your A, this is B, this is O. So they want radius of curvature of A and B. Now radius of curvature from which frame? They did not mention the frame, so it means from ground frame. So let us show the direction of velocity first. So what will be now? They say pure rolling. So pure rolling means Vc will be r omega. Okay. So what velocity this point has? I told in center of mass frame, this point will have a velocity r omega this side, but r omega is Vc. So here one Vc, and you have to add with this Vc velocity of center of mass, that is Vc. Let me add Vc here. Okay. So resultant velocity is here, which is root 2 Vc. So this particle, when you see from ground, will not go. This particle will not go here. It will go there. That is because the body is not rotating like this. It is rolling like this. Okay, this body is rolling like this. So this point will go this way. What about this point? This point, if you see from the center of mass, it will have r omega tangential, no? So here we have r omega, and that is your Vc. Plus you have to add velocity of center of mass, Vc. So resultant velocity will be here 2Vc. So once we know the velocities, let us rub everything and only show the velocity. So we know the velocity of those 2 points. Okay, so velocity of A is 2Vc in terms of given quantity, and this will be here. And this are same, so this angle will be 45 degree. This is root 2 Vc. Now, once we found the velocities, now we have to see the acceleration. Now you know, since omega is constant, Vc is constant, acceleration of any particle will be simply centripetal acceleration. Otherwise, it is not like that. There will be 3 components, remember. So acceleration of this will be where? Here, towards the center. This will be your AC. And acceleration of AR. And acceleration of this will be towards the center. This will be your AR. What will be magnitude? Omega square, or I can write whatever velocity it has from this frame. You see it in this frame, what was the velocity? Vc, right? So I can write, well, let me write omega square r. And you know omega square, omega is Vc square, omega is Vc by r, no? So it will be Vc square by r. Similarly, this AR will be also Vc square by r. Okay, now to find radius of curvature, so let us say this is your path. This is the path. Now I want radius of curvature at this point. Then the technique which I have explained in the previous video is find the velocity, which will be tangent to the path. Then find the acceleration perpendicular to that velocity. That is your normal acceleration. Normal acceleration. And the radius of curvature will be AM will be V square by radius of curvature. What symbol should I write? Let me write something like R dash. So your R dash will be Vc square by normal acceleration. Now don't think normal acceleration is your this. See, this is normal acceleration provided you sit here. So the actual velocity is not here. No, actual velocity is this side. Now let us come back to this. So for point A, so when I say normal acceleration, it means perpendicular. So this radius is your radius of curvature. Now here you see, if you look from ground frame, this point has velocity 2Vc this side. So this velocity is 2Vc, and acceleration is Vc square by r. Vc square by r. So radius of curvature, and that acceleration is perpendicular to velocity. So this itself will be your normal acceleration. So normal acceleration means acceleration perpendicular to velocity, which is this itself. So it will be your AR, which is your Vc square by r. And what is the formula for radius of curvature? The velocity which it has, the actual velocity which it has seen from ground frame. So from ground frame, the velocity of this is 2 vc, right? So this formula I am using. So velocity of this point seen from ground frame is 2 vc. So 2 vc square by normal acceleration. What is normal acceleration? Vc square by r. Right? This is normal acceleration. It's not visible, right? Okay. So if you now see vc square will cancel. So the radius of curvature is 4r. The radius of curvature from ground frame is 4r. Similarly, for this, acceleration is this side. The actual velocity. When I say actual, I mean with respect to ground. Okay, so it is here. So I have to find component of this radial acceleration, which is perpendicular to this velocity. Okay, visible, right? Okay. Now, what will be this angle? This is 45, so this is also 45. Perpendicular to this is perpendicular to this. This is 45. So this will be your normal acceleration. Okay. So for point B, if I go now, for point B, which is this point, what is your normal acceleration? Actual acceleration is here. Component of that acceleration perpendicular to the actual velocity. That is called your normal acceleration. That is how much? Component of AR in this direction. No, so that will be AR cos 45. And what is AR? VC square by R. Cos 45 is 1 by root. So that is your normal acceleration. Normal acceleration. Then how to find radius of curvature at that point? Divide the actual velocity square. Actual velocity is root 2 Vc. So root 2 Vc square divided by Vc square by R, no? And sorry, radius is Vc square by normal acceleration. What is the normal acceleration? Vc square by root 2R. So Vc square cancel, root 2 square will be 2, this root 2 will go up into R. So that is the radius of curvature at this point. Okay, so it's a very interesting concept. Remember this property, see the video once more, and hope all of you, whoever has seen this video, have understood that in rolling, things are not that straightforward. So in rolling, every particle will have two velocity. One is velocity with respect to center of mass, which is directly r omega, tangent to the circle as seen from the center of mass, and velocity, you have to add with that velocity of center of mass. Acceleration is little complicated. Acceleration of any point will be acceleration of that point with respect to center of mass plus acceleration of center of mass. Now, while calculating acceleration of the point with respect to center of mass, it is going in circle with respect to center of mass. So whatever v it has with respect to center of mass, that v is r omega. So if you take differentiation, you will get r alpha. So that is your tangential acceleration, plus there will be centripetal acceleration, which you can add omega square into r. Okay, so hope all of you understood. And this problem was easy because here Vc was 0, sorry, Vc was constant, omega was also constant. So neither there was acceleration of center of mass, nor there was tangential acceleration. So the only thing left was your radial acceleration. Okay, see you.